Welcome to another video tutorial on Neutron Drive. In this tutorial we're going to go over revision control. So built into the Google Drive API is a revision control mechanism. And what this lets you do is, in addition to saving your files to Google Drive, you can keep different revisions of your files, and that way if you need to go back to a particular version you can go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and open our preferences and see how we can tweak this. So by default, Neutron Drive auto saves your files and also will make a new revision every 10 minutes. So let's go over auto save first, since that's the easiest. If you have that on, every time you make a change in Neutron Drive, within a couple seconds it's going to save it back to your Google Drive. Now for revision control, that's a little bit more trickier, and you can come in here and tweak the frequency of it. You can either increase the frequency and have it save more revisions, or you can turn it down so that it saves less revisions by making that frequency a bigger time increment. Or you can even come in here and set it manual. So let's go ahead and keep it to 10 minutes. So just as you would, you can make a change in your file and hit Control S or Command S on the Mac, or you can just let it autosave if you have that on. Now if you have the revision control on every 10 minutes, it's automatically going to create a new revision every 10 minutes. You can also manually kick it in to save a revision. Even if you have that frequency set, you can right click on a tab and hit save a new revision, and this will save your file and then create a new revision. This is what you would do if you have it set to manual. It's never going to create a revision unless you tell it to. There's also a keyboard shortcut where you can do Control Shift S, or on the Mac Command Shift S, and this is going to create a revision when you do that. So now that we have all these revisions, how do we go back to see what they were? Well, that's pretty easy. We just right click on a tab, hit Revision History, and you can see we have a list of the timestamps and the size of the files at that particular revision. So let's go ahead and explore these revisions. So we'll do the current revision, and we'll do one from 4 days ago, and you can either view them individually like this, or if you have two selected, we can view a diff. So you can see you get a nice diff here to see what has changed. There's also an inline diff. Alright, so we decided we really want to go back to this old version. You can either click on revert here, or if we go back to our revisions, there's also a revert back in this list. So let's go ahead and revert back to this old version. Yes, I'm sure I want to do that. And you can see now our file has been reverted back to that old revision. And that's all it is. So have a good day, and thanks for watching.